Hey guys, welcome to a new movie review. Today I'm going to be reviewing the um, wide release of an independent film called We Are Your Friends. We Are Your Friends is a film where Zac Efron plays a young DJ who is hungry for success. He's looking for his big break as a DJ, a disc jockey is what it's also pronounced as. Um, he meets a disc jockey in the area since he lives in California. He lives with a group of friends who are apparently living with their parents for one of these friends. And at a big party, they meet a disc jockey who is very successful in the California area. And he gives the Zac Efron DJ some helpful advice as to how he found success, how he found, people who would approach him for parties and big events like that. And so Zac Efron definitely, goes under this guy's wing and learns from the best. And he also gets advice on how to handle his own music from when he's making his own music for to show at these parties. Not just music that's from popular musicians, but his own music as well. And while that's going on, he meets the so quote unquote female assistant of this disc jockey, and things happen there. Friendship wise, relationship wise, and things like that. And that all kind of interferes and helps, and so on and so forth. With I basically don't want to give too much away for those who hope to see the movie. So non-spoiler review as always, and so basically, things happen with that, and things happen with the friends. The friends don't exactly make the best choices while Zac Efron's trying to be big as this disc jockey, so he has to deal with that. So, for the most part of this film, Zac Efron's just this young DJ who wants to make it big, hoping to get bigger than ever with making this connection to this disc jockey. But through the disc jockey's friendships, relationships, and people that he knows, and due to things that are both good and bad to happen to those people that he makes connections with, things go down in the film based off of how Zac Efron handles all that. So I really enjoyed We Are Your Friends, you guys. It's one of those weird experiences though where I really wasn't really starting to like it until I would say towards the third act. Third act is really when it really picked up for me, and it really became quite a notable film after it reached that point where it became very, very good. So, for my positives and negatives of We Are Your Friends, it has a lot to say about music and passion. It really does have a lot to say about how, when musicians write lyrics to their songs, how, if they have a passion for running or looking at nature or, using a certain route for a run, small little things like that can really impact how a musician approaches a song, what their songs are about, what those songs mean to them. And so this movie's all about that. It's all about where the heart and soul of this music comes from, where they find out, what are good beats to use, what's a good rhythm to use for songs, what's good lyrics, what's interesting subject matters that people at these parties can also get interested in and, really have a good groove and dance to. So this movie explores all that and it actually does it very, very well. It also has a lot to say about fame and how people can get hungry for fame. Zac Efron's character was very hungry for fame in this movie, while Wes Bentley's character had fame already, and it kind of hurt him. It hurt him as a disc jockey. Kind of got to his head after a while, as you'll see in this movie. And things get unsteady with him and Zac Efron, especially when they get close to each other's connections that they had before the two of them met. So all those kind of things happen, and it has, like I said, it has a lot to say about fame, how it's both a good and a bad thing. Not exactly an original idea there, but it explores that idea very well in this movie. Zac Efron's character, Emily Ratajkowski's character, I'm hoping I pronounced her last name right, and Wes Bentley's characters all have very fun characters to play in this movie. I like how they have flaws. I like how they have skills. I like how they have things that they're really, really good at, things that people really like them for, things that people really hate them for. And as a result, we get three really good three-dimensional characters that really feel like someone out of reality just because they have skill sets, they have flaws, they have things that we as human beings can connect with these three people. And also with Zac Efron, I really was hating on the guy earlier with, all these earlier films that he worked on, like High School Musical, um, Charlie St. Cloud, Neighbors, all these kind of lackluster movies, to be honest. He really nailed it here. I really think I'm hoping this film will land him more bigger roles. I'm hoping roles that hopefully fit his needs to become a better actor. Because, like I said, he really did a good job here. I really liked what he did performance wise. Emily Ratajkowski, she was in the film Gone Girl. For those who saw that, she was the college student of Nick Dunn, played by Ben Affleck in that movie. Um, Really good performance here. I really liked the personality she had in this movie. She seemed really enthusiastic throughout the movie, and I'm hoping that lands her more roles because I really liked what she did here. She's very beautiful. She's very talented. Really danced well to some of these songs that they used in this movie. Please, whoever's listening to this video, if you're a film director or a film producer, please hire Emily Ratajkowski for more of your films. We have hopefully another really good talent here that I hope to see in more movies. Wes Bentley, we've seen him do great roles before. He does another great role here. There's some aspects of his character that feel like he's done this before in earlier films. I would say American Beauty was definitely a good example of certain elements of his role that definitely showed up again here. But like I said, all three of these, Zac Efron, Emily Ratajkowski, and Wes Bentley, all play great characters here. So huge thumbs up to their characters. There's also some great visuals in this film and some great camera filters. There is some scenes that involve drugs in the movie, and Zac Efron's character does get high in some scenes. But to really get the impression that he's really tripping out, really seeing things from a different kind of point of view, they use different visuals and camera filters to really make it feel like he's really tripping and really in a completely different world within this reality that we're in. Um, really like how they handled the visuals. I thought it was very neat and just a lot of fun to watch as a result. Another thing that was fun to watch was the music video styled scenes. A lot of this happens when Zac Efron's character is explaining through a narrative, what he views as what a good disc jockey should do at a party, what beats per minute should happen for songs, how people can really get into your music at parties, how only the best of the best can handle this form of disc jockey, and for those who are just there to play a playlist at a party somewhere are probably not going to do as well as a disc jockey as a result. For my negatives of We Are Your Friends, because there is some negatives here, I thought the supporting characters needed more character development. There's a group of friends that Zac Efron's character hangs out with throughout the movie. Two of them were okay. I think it was a group of five people for his group of friends. Two of them they served their purpose, but there was two characters here that really feel out of place, really feel cardboardish and one dimensional. Um, there's a bald character that always is doing drugs throughout the movies, always really annoying, always causing troubles at parties. Really one dimensional character. I really felt like any actor from any profession of any career really could have done a better job than this guy did here. Really lame performance. There was also a Mexican character guy who's also in the group. All he really did throughout the movie was do drug deals. Not a fun character, very one dimensional, really served no purpose to the story after a while, just was there to be a part of Zac Efron's group. So, like I said, really wish those supporting characters had more character development. I think it would have made a better film as a result. This film also has low replay value. I really can't see myself watching this film multiple more times. So for those who are hoping for a music film where you'll watch it over and over and over again and really, it gets better with time, I don't know if We Are Your Friends is going to be that movie. Another reason why I say that is because a lot of the music software they use in this movie probably is going to be outdated in the next couple of years. Thus, how this film will probably become irrelevant in the next couple of years. So, replay value, not the greatest with this movie. There's also some scenes here that really show really low intelligence, and the reason why I think that hurts the movie in some ways is because there's some really intelligent scenes here. There's a lot of scenes that really talk about, what a good disc jockey does, what good music is, um, how to handle these big parties, how to handle the business side of it. There's some real estate related stuff that happens throughout the movie that's also really intelligent. But there's a lot of scenes here that really feel like there really isn't much intelligence. specifically when there's scenes where it's just like, well, any other human being on the planet would have done it completely the opposite the way you did. Thus, how a situation like that would have never happened, specifically to anybody else outside these characters in the movie. So just some really low intelligence scenes that really kind of just bothered me after a while. But overall, I am going to give We Are Your Friends an 8.5 out of 10. I think if you have a passion for music or art, I think you'll have connections with the movie and have a good time. I think it's a good Redbox rental. See it in the theater maybe if you're really big into music. If you're really not big into the music scene, you can probably just wait till Redbox. I think it is worth checking out, but I guess just depending on where you stand with music, I guess, is where you should probably place yourself as to is this film right for you or not. So overall, We Are Your Friends is very good, you guys. Not quite top 10 best of the year kind of quality, but it's still a very good movie. So for those who love music, you might want to check out We Are Your Friends because it's quite a good movie.